Okay, Catherine, we're speaking on World Mental Health Day. I know that you're the mental health champion within Larne Ladies and the obvious candidate to be able to talk about these things with. First of all, could you maybe tell us in general what you find helpful, what you find good for trying to look after your own mental health?
Yeah, I suppose it's knowing your triggers, which kind of is the hardest thing. So, some people might get a bit more agitated, they might withdraw themselves, or they might even go the other way. It might be someone that's usually quiet at training and is maybe being a bit more eccentric. So, I think just knowing your own triggers is something which is quite key. For me, I just always have to take a bit of time out, a bit of self care, and just looking after my mental health as well as the physical health works well for me.
Yeah. And how long have you had that role as the mental health champion within Larne Ladies?
Look, it's quite recent. It was last year. I know saying that's quite recent. Obviously with COVID there, it's restricted kind of, I suppose, movements within the club, what we can do on a physical presence there. It's something, again, it's just a signpost area. All the girls are great right through the whole team. I think everyone has their own wee niche there. So there's lots of support throughout all of the girls in the team, which is great.
Yeah. And you mentioned COVID. How has that maybe had an impact on, I suppose, kind of the group in general, and maybe some of the things you've all tried to do in terms of keeping together and keeping in contact and everything that's needed?
Yeah, it was slow to start. I think everyone just was taking back the whole thing. What we were used to is just going to our training a couple of times a week, and that was how we kind of mingled, I suppose. So we did later on. Everyone checked in with each other. We ran a wee bit for Suicide Awareness Day. It was quite a big activity week actually, so we all got involved and chipped into that there. So it kind of brought us all back together again.
Yeah.
And from there, yeah, it's everyone keeping in tabs with each other, I suppose.
Yeah. And obviously, being as heavily involved in football as you are, what do you think are some of the helpful things in terms of sport with mental health, and then maybe some of the difficulties, those who pick up injuries, those who are unavailable, maybe not selected for a period of time. How do you think that kind of helps and maybe challenges mental health?
Yeah, I think with football it brings as many lows as it does its highs, and it's about how we really stick together as a team. I think just getting back to training, everybody absolutely loved it. Getting out, just having that good run about, that camaraderie with the girls, it really, well, I felt anyway, it's really come on leaps and bounds. Probably more so since returning from COVID, as it maybe was in the previous years, which is kind of strange. Suppose you maybe take things for granted in that respect. So, yeah.
And I know that the club and Larne Ladies in particular have, been very proactive and very deliberate in terms of, courses on mental health and trying to find out a little bit more and increase their knowledge on that. What would you say to anyone within, the ladies side of the club or girls below that maybe would be looking for help or might need, help along those lines at this particular moment in time?
Yeah, I think Larne Football Club, has really put the efforts in there. I know they've done a bit of training with the coaches. I'm sure they put them on to they worked with extern. A few of the coaches then were selected to go and I suppose be the mental health first aider. Our coach actually, Gary Hood, was then put forward for that, so it's good to know that. And then as well, all the free courses, free sites, it's just kind of thrown out there in our group of girls. I'd say about 80% of the girls completed a suicide awareness course, and again, that was just ourselves took that on. So it's something that's up and coming in football, something that's up and coming in sport in general. It's just how to look after your mental health.
And just finally, what would be the last kind of one sentence message that you would have for anybody who would be struggling or maybe not sure of who to turn to or what to do if they need help?
Yeah, like always know that someone wants to listen. Someone would rather listen to you talk than your silence is quite a big statement at the minute. Turn to your friends, turn to your family. Other than that, if you don't feel comfortable, there's lots of opportunities and help out there that you can turn to yourself. So there's a great wee app. It's called Here to Help app, for those that maybe want to download and prefer that form, and also those that maybe don't have smartphones. There is a website as well, mindyourhead.info. So there is loads of help out there, and I suppose it's not even just about reaching out for it, it's about us reaching out to those that maybe need the help as well. It's quite key.
Okay. Well, look, Katherine, thank you for that. That was perfect advice, and the ladies continue to do us proud on off the pitch, so we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Great, thanks.